As you can see, we've had snowy iced storms over the last few days, which is why I haven't gotten anything done. But out there in the middle of all of it is this, wow, that's a fountain. I think he takes offense to that. I couldn't get in very close with my phone camera, but I thought, hey, I can get in really close with my zoomy in camera. Unfortunately, with my hands a wiggling. I finally remembered to get some canned food. And I'm looking through the kitchen bags to try to figure out what I did with their flea meds. I found a couple over here, but I don't know. It's in one of these bags somewhere. It is Friday, February the 8th, by the way. And in my attempt to find their medicine, I have managed to put away a few things. The towels, I could pretty much only get them to fit up there. So that's where they ended up. I was somewhat excited about this. I found a place for my cereal to hide. I was looking for a shelf that had enough room, was tall enough, and they fit in there. So I don't think I put anything in here. Oh, well, this is my grandmother's old stuff that I found. I think I showed that off. Maybe. I don't know if I did. I got these bottles over here. They're actually maple syrup bottles, I guess. Log cabin maple syrup. Which I showed those to Mom. And I can't remember if she said that those were my grandma's or like her grandma or something. Can't remember, but the bottles were my grandpa's, and this was definitely my grandma's thing. Made in occupied Japan. So I've put those up in a place where they are safe, and the cats will not get to them. I've kind of dug through some of this stuff. I have managed to get some of this stuff on the floor out, pushed back. I put those all up over there. I don't think I put anything in here. No. I looked in there to see if the things were tall enough to put the... I did find a couple of pitchers, so I put the pitchers up underneath there. I found a place for the... for that to go. And actually... Yes, I know. Messes. Let's see. This is my junk drawer, obviously. Tools and whatnot. And I put cooking tools and whatnot in there. Though I don't know if that's enough room for them or not. Recipes and books and stuff like that in there. And some more like cooking kind of stuff in there. I did set out my Express 101, and speaking of things from my grandparents, this is my great-grandmother's old cookie jar that I took possession of. My great-grandpa actually used to put his graham crackers in here, and that was his, like, daily little sweet snack. So I have those hidden back here, and someplace, once again, where the cats will not knock it over. And probably the most fun, I've put up my magnets. So I found them in a bag down there, and I'm like, I'm going to put up my magnets. And some of the more businessy ones over here. But yeah, I have not got any of this cleaned out, and part of the problem is the snow and the ice and everything, I haven't done much more laundry to move stuff out of the way in there to be able to have a place to put the boxes. So I blame the snowstorm, right? Well, I don't know if you can see out here, but the parking lot is basically like, well, that's where I probably shouldn't do it that way. Yeah, I mean, it's just like a sheet of ice out there. So that's no bueno. I did buy a tool to attempt to put this bar up so that I can put my smart curtains. They're supposed to help keep out the light, but obviously that hasn't happened yet either. Frickin' snowstorm. I did find their bowls at least, but shh, don't tell them. Minx had to check it out because I actually just hid my grandpa's big ass painting back here in the corner because I did have it in the kitchen. But yes, I know I have low battery and I'm not in focus. But I thought if I could just kind of stick it over here in the corner, at least for now. Yes, baby. Yes, Minxish. And you can see I've been doing some laundry. I don't know if I showed that off. Here's some laundry that didn't get done the other day. And what I'm doing is the shirts that I am keeping, I am putting in this pile. And the shirts that I don't know what they are, or I don't like the franchise or whatever, I'm putting in this pile. So those are the ones to sell / donate / get rid of. And I'm actually thinking about getting a booth. There's a I don't know if I've ever taken you guys there. The antique store flea market called Those Were the Days. I'm actually thinking about getting a booth there, and anything that I don't want when I'm going through all of this shit, I can just take down there and try to make some dollar bills out of it. And I got some hand soap. I also did finally buy one of these. The only problem is the nozzle, like, of course, when I get in the shower, I turn it kind of like that, so that it's actually, but when it first comes on, it just kind of like sprays and like sprays all over the thing. It's a little bit, sticks out a little bit further than I intended. I just found this in a bag over there. This was actually my Aunt Mala's. She's the one in this picture here with me and my mom. She used to have this on her kitchen table, and she'd have candy in it and people could eat the candy. And I can't remember who drew the little guy on the top, but yeah, that I'll have to put over here with this collection of stuff. I just happened to look over here, and I've looked at this bag before, but that looks, I think I found it. Ta-da! I actually ignored this bag because it looked like it had the raccoon thing in it. And this, so I just assumed it came from, like, the front room. But it did not, because in here, I have, oh, did I put it back in here? Uh-oh. Well, I'm sure the other one's in here somewhere. Because I remembered, well, and I also have this dip mix in there. I think it's still good. Best Buy, February 24th, 2019, so I guess I better get to making this. I think I got that up north at that store in Mackinac. But I remembered that I put here it is. Ta-da! They're gonna hear that and they're gonna come running because they know what that means. They know what the sound of that means. I put like the there's some bottles in here too, and a morpher. Oh, well, apparently the batteries don't work on this anymore. But I remembered I put these very important pieces in there with it. This is a pill splitter so that I can split one of their little pills in half, and then put, half the pill and one and half the pill in the other, and of course the spoon to spoon the shit out with. Well, there's one of them down there. Let's see what happens when I pop this. Which I probably shouldn't be trying to do with one hand because I'm going to lose the pill. Oh. Oh. You heard it, didn't you? Now they've gotten the point. And there they go. I don't know if they realize what lies inside, but it gets them every time. Ref makes sure his doesn't get away. Now sometimes Minxie will leave some in her bowl, but usually Ref will take care of it. Yum, 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 yum. Super dark. But yeah, since I spent the morning doing that, now I'm going to sit down and rest my feet for a bit. I might put on my bedclothes. We are doing Pizza Hut later today, but not for an hour or hour and a half, 2-ish. So they don't even open till 11, and it's 9:15 now, so I could stay comfy for a little bit. This is what is serving as my table for the moment. Oh yeah, and I did get a handy-dandy extension cord right there, so that I can charge my phone and actually have it right here next to me for a change, instead of all the way over there on that X-Men box. I also got one for the bedroom in there, so that, because before my alarm clock there, it was like stretched all the way across, and now it's not. And I can charge my phone without having to get to the plug-in behind the actual bed, so I can just leave that. I put some of those outlet covers in there, so now I just leave them in there. Well, it's over. I actually already have some of the windows down and everything. Altisource. I don't know what that means, but something. Final. Well, I just posted on the Facebook fan page, I guess, realizing this is my last moving vlog. Now, they took that shit seriously. I mean, did I do a video the last day that I was over there? I feel like I wasn't over there for one day, maybe two, because of all the ice, because of the ice storm, the snowstorm and everything. And I just, I was like, well, I'll just pick it back up after I'm done. Because, unless, I can't, for some reason, I can't get in my mailbox over here. But, there was never a notice on the door. There was never, nobody ever contacted me to say, hey, you've got 3 days to get out or anything. I guess we're, it's a week later. So I guess, that's to be expected. But, from what I was seeing online, some people got 3 days, some people got 30 days, So there was, unless, like I said, I can't get into my mailbox over here. I don't know if I'm going to have to go down to the post office but there again, they might detect. I don't know who's supposed to come out and change the lock, but maybe he hasn't been. Whoever it is, maybe they haven't been. Because of the storm, they haven't been getting out. Maybe they're behind on their work orders or whatever, and maybe they just haven't got to me yet. I don't know. I don't want to I don't want to I need to speak to the manager, As they say, I guess my hair should be more like this, maybe.
I need to speak to your manager. I can't even get it that high, really. But yeah, like I hadn't been over there a couple days because of this snowstorm, and that had been it. I mean, I was just over there a few days ago, and nothing. And now something, so I don't know if they did it today. I don't know if they did it during the ice storm. I don't know. I don't know when that happened. But like the blinds are down. Somebody did turn on the outside light, so there's a motion. I think there's always been a motion sensor light. I was always afraid to turn it on because I didn't think I trusted it. But somebody turned that on. The blinds are down, probably so that they can keep an eye on if somebody's in the house or not. Probably like me. I don't know if I need to go over there and get my mail anymore. I'm having my mail forwarded. But yeah, so it's done. I got most of my stuff over here. There was some stuff left behind. I don't really know for sure what it all was. I think I left behind a couple of notebooks that I probably would have liked to have had. But I didn't think there was any. And I brought Minxie. Minxie's here. She wants you to know it. I just thought I had more time, I guess. Because as far as I know, I haven't got any kind of notification about, like, hey, you have to be out within so many days or whatever. But, I mean, I did get lucky because I did get that extra few days. Because, like I said, I've heard from, at least 2 different people that they said, like, the day of the sale, there was a lockbox on their house and they were out, so, excuse me. So, yeah, I did not, I don't know for sure, I kind of like peeked around the back just to see, and I mean, the back door that I never opened was open, so I assume there was a lockbox on that too. I didn't want, since they turned on the outside, the motion sensor lights, I didn't really want to hang around for too long. I mean, it's, 7 o'clock on a Friday night. Nobody's probably watching the house. I don't know if there's any, like, I don't know if, would they be able to install cameras? I mean, it's 2019. You would think that there would be some kind of, something that they could set up. So I don't know if there was cameras watching what I was doing over there. There was no lock on the shed, but there again, I don't know if they've taken stock of what was in there and what wasn't in there. So I thought it was probably in my safest bet to not take anything. So all my Halloween decorations are gone. That is one of my bigger losses, I will say. Because they were all in the shed, but there again, like I said, I don't know if I don't know if they messed with the shed today or not. Or they definitely messed with the house. They were definitely in the house today. But like I said, just in case they already knew what was there and what wasn't, I didn't want to take something and then be like, oh, well, I didn't take it. And they'd be like, well, it was there when we looked, So, so unfortunately, sorry to those people who, but like I said, I don't know for sure that I'll be able to decorate here anyway. So, and it was kind of one of those things. It's like a house is different. Like an apartment, I only have so much room, and I'm like, where am I going to store this stuff for a year? To only set it out for a month. It's kind of like, like I don't really have necessarily the space to store that kind of stuff, So, I don't know. Clean slate with Halloween decorations. I guess I'll see what I do if I do whatever when Halloween comes around, But I mean, most of that stuff can be replaced. The only one that's very unfortunate is Winnie. Winnie is now somebody else's property. They're not going to know her name, So that's unfortunate. But hopefully they all find good homes with people who, love them and adore them as much as I did. So, yeah, I guess that's it. Case closed. Not case closed. That book is closed, and a new one begins, I suppose. The next chapter of the same book, however you want to put it. Because as you saw earlier in the video, assuming you didn't just somehow magically skip to the end, this place has a lot more cleaning up left to do. So there will be periodic updates about, I mean, definitely when my sectional gets here, I'll definitely show you off that, and all that kind of stuff. So there'll still be periodic, not necessarily moving updates, but like moving in updates. Maybe that's a good way to put it. No more moving updates, but moving in updates. And that is a process that's probably going to take a very long period of time. I was looking for something specific today when I was looking for their flea meds, so that's why today happened. Whatever little bit of cleaning up and organizing that I did today, I do need to get some dishwashing liquid so that I can, do those dishes, because they need to be cleaned. Just stick them in the dishwasher, and that'll be quick, simple, easy, and then they'll be clean, and then I can put them away. Figure out a spot, I guess, somewhere in there. But yeah, so that's what we got going on. Eventually I will do the loot extravaganza, I guess. I won't get a chance to do it over at the house, but I'll do it here. And the wish, I got in the random, something like a grab bag wish thing. I think I see it sitting over there on the thing. But yeah. I guess, like I said, the next chapter is unfolding, and come along if you want. If not, no hard feelings. Right, Minxie? And eventually I will get her off of my lap so that I can put this video together, and I will see you for what I see you.